Magallanes. I am a San Francisco State TitleIV-E program recipient. I believe that having been a TitleIV-E recipient and then going into child welfare really helped me have a general understanding of how the child welfare system works. Having had the TitleIV-E background really helped me have a kind of like a step one before I went in as a worker. I believe it helped immensely to learn the jargon and just the general idea of the different stages of child welfare. So when you got assigned what your position was going to be, you had an idea of what the role was. Well, my background is before I started grad school, I worked as a case manager for domestic violence shelter. Specifically working with the children that were in our shelter. And so being there, I really felt that oftentimes your hands were tied to what you can do because these were voluntary services at nonprofits. And so I always knew that I wanted to help people, and sometimes when you're working in a voluntary setting, it is very challenging to do so. At the same time, some of the experiences that I had as a case manager with child welfare workers were not the best. And so when the opportunity presented itself to be a TitleIV-E recipient and to be working in child welfare, I wanted to be the type of worker that I would have felt helpful when I was working with families. And so that's kind of how the TitleIV-E was really the opening door, because the stipend was a big incentive, and I have just kind of been here since doing the work. This was a little challenging of a question because in honesty, sometimes the work is very challenging and you question yourself, why am I still doing this? I will say that there are highlights, but they are few. And I can tell you one experience that kind of continues to help you continue doing this work is I had a family who, it was a family maintenance case. The father, it was substance use, I believe, and it was allegedly a single time incident. After meeting the family as the new caseworker, another incident occurred, same issue, substance use, paranoia resulting from the substance use, and then became violent, so physical abuse towards the two teen girls that lived in the home. It was very chaotic at the beginning, but the father, although the case was supportive services for him at this point because the mother was doing the maintenance piece, he took it upon himself to do the work and get the help that we were asking him to get. And he would meet with me regularly, connect with me, go to his meetings, even though he was only receiving supportive services. And so when the case eventually closed, the father had been sober, had treatment, really took a 180 approach to his life, and it told me specifically, had you guys not intervened, I would have continued doing that, and I would have not appreciated the moments that I had with my kids. The girls, who were 14 and 16 at the time, expressed to me that they've never been able to have the type of relationship they have with both of their parents now because they were never sober. They were never present when they were around them because they were always on drugs, and so having had us involved changed their relationship with their parents and as a family. Moments like that really make you feel like this is why we do the work, and these are those victories that you have. Some of the pros is sometimes you do feel that you do make a difference with people's lives, and in a positive way. Sometimes the negative could be that you feel that you didn't make a difference. Sometimes you feel that you kind of went in and maybe didn't help as much as you thought you could. Sometimes the work can get very heavy and you might take a lot on yourself.